Everybody wants Amaroto back. Everybody wants to see the next phase of Amaroto. Woza won't have been Woza without Boohle. You understand? Listen to her on Nicolele, listening to her on Mama, listening to her on Singili. Like that's you understand. When LeBron does capture the song, she also do. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. December don't end though. Eish. When December takes starts for years, where December won't end. But that's just the way it is, man. Piano Pulpit. This is episode 10. Eish. I actually got to episode 10. We actually got to episode 10 with all the fuckery, man. Like, eish. From my audition packing up to this one happening, no lie, this one. We actually got to episode 10. Thank God, thank God, thank God. Piano Pulpit, thank you very, very much for the last episode. The last episode, that's the episode I talked about Momo, I talked about waffles, talked about cowboy. That episode got to 200 views. Yeah, my first 200 views on YouTube, man. I'm very, very, very grateful. Thank you all for tuning in. The Amapiano Wrapped episode, that's the last episode that I dropped. The very last episode that I dropped. That one got to 100 views. Thank you very much. I've recorded 100 views. I recorded 200 views in two different weeks. Let's take it to 300. Let's up the ante. Piano Pulpit is the big bad wolf. Thank you guys for tuning in one more time. Thank you for making my 2024. Like this podcast was something that I really planned for 2024, and I got to achieve it. And it wouldn't have been like the ride. It wouldn't have been successful if not for you guys. I mean, it has not gotten to where I wanted to go to, but like you guys keep coming in every week, like keep watching it every week. And thank you very, very, very much for helping me achieve my dream, helping grow this piano culture that we all love. Thank you very, very much for it. So today, we're done with Wrapped, we're done with my piano Wrapped, we're done with all that taking in all that like ranking artists for the year and all that. Like basically my ranking you get. But this episode there's still gonna be some ranking, but this ranking is based off like different platforms, like their lists. You get mostly Spotify, sure, but mostly Spotify. Like last time I talked about like the Spotify Wrapped list, but Amapiano, the South Africa Amapiano Wrapped list. They are now give Spotify Amapiano Wrapped list. Yes, I gave some of those lists. Yeah, on the first Amapiano Wrapped. Yes, before I read the second one, the very first one, I gave some of those lists. But now we're going into basically Spotify has released some other lists relating to Amapiano, relating to South African music. So the ones related to South African music is just to pick out the Amapiano songs, Amapiano artists from those lists, because this platform is just Amapiano. We just talk based on Amapiano. I know like Maskandi is sweet, 3 Step is sweet, which other genres of South African music, they are sweet. Other genres in Nigerian music, they are sweet. But this platform is just solely Amapiano. So let's get into it right now. But before going into all those lists, I'm going to talk about some general news about Amapiano artists, about Amapiano songs, about Amapiano albums that just came out the last week. So you're going to enjoy today's episode. Sit back, relax, get your popcorn, get your girlfriend, get your homies, and let's go through this ride. Peace, my gents. So I got Musa Keys. Musa Keys is the first story on my list. He has split from his management company T Effect. T Effect, they've been managing Musa Keys from the beginning, the Vulamlo days, the Selema days, but he has split from them. I mean, he didn't give any reason for this split, but uh, but the way I see it, he probably wants to add some things to his management, or he wants to remove some things, whichever way. Going into the new year, he wants to rebrand. You understand? Artists always have to rebrand to see what next they can achieve. I think that is what Musa Keys is looking for at this point, and he has tried to split from his management company T Effect. Um, Ashake did the same thing the other day, split from YBNL. So every artist always have their reasons. You understand? Ruga split from the Prince. They always have their reasons, Sha, and let's see what happens in the new phase of Musa Keys' career. I just hope that he's making a good decision and his career is not going to suffer from this. You understand? Because we can always talk about artists like leaving a particular position to get something more, but some of the artists, their careers suffer, understand, and they become a shadow of their former selves. So let's just hope that Musa Keys is making the right decision by doing this. But shout out to Musa Keys, um, going to the new year, making this kind of decision. Let's hope it's a fruitful decision. And stream up his album Rizando. Stream up that album, Insta, stream up that album. And let's see what Musa Keys got for us in 2025. That's the Tisonga Michael Jackson. Let's see what Egbon got for us in 2025. Next on my list, I got Risma Lisa. Aha. So Risma Lisa is planning to drop his album in 2025, a new album in 2025. I think it's going to be Risma Lisa's first album. He has dropped an EP before, but I really didn't like that EP. But he's planning to release an album now. So what to expect for the album? I think that album, like the features. Um, I really don't have a clear set of the features now, but I'm just looking at like the guys from his early days, like them Buster 929, like them Jazziq, like them ladydu. They might be on that project. They might be on that project. You understand? That's what I'm saying. Then there might be a Zuma feature. Like who knows, man? Like there might be a Zuma feature on that album, which is Pac Amaroto for 2025. Who knows? Like we might just see that on this research on the new Rismaliza album coming out next month. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows, man? If there's a Zuma and Rismaliza feature, like that will make the 2025 for many Amapiano fans, because everybody wants Amaroto back. Everybody wants to see the next phase of Amaroto. Everybody wants that. So that might just be what's happening in the album. There might be a Zuma feature there. I would like to see a Zuma feature there. You understand? Like, I like seeing Zuma features everywhere. I like seeing basically like seeing Amaroto together, you understand? Because their careers have not been the same since they went different paths. Rismaliza releases EP, Zuma releases EP, double of them on Sam Deep's project, another one on that project, getting different endorsement deals, but the music is not necessarily the same, you understand? So I like to see them back together. But let's see whether this Reese Maliza's new album will have a Zuma feature. The name of the album has not been released yet, and the feature has not been released yet. But let's see as time goes on. I'll let you know what's going on Piano Pulpit podcast. Next on my list, I got the queen of Amapiano, Shasha. She celebrates multi-platinum multi-platinum success with milestone plaques. So Shasha has been given some milestone plaques for her success with Tender Love. That's a multi-platinum record, Tender Love. Then gold. She has received a gold plaque for her singles, Sing It Back, and Badona, and the rest. And basically, and the EP Blossom. She released an EP Blossom in 2020. She released Tender Love in 2020. All these singles and albums, and singles and EPs in 2020. Sing It Back and Madonna, they were all under the Blossom EP. Tender Love was under the Blossom EP too, you understand? And then she's releasing some plaques for her contributions to the Amapiano game. Shasha, so in 2020, she was the one, you understand? Queen of Amapiano. Basically, um, she stood out from the other females in the game. Understand? She was more beautiful. You get very seductive voice. She get so but Shasha, she has not really been at, she has not been on that same level recently. You get, there have been a lot of factors responsible for that. She was on the Kevin Mo, she was on Sewesha, Kevin Mo's recent one of his recent albums. You understand? She was on the Amos's project on 10K Incomo. But she has not really, you understand, when it comes to like standing out. She released some singles of her own. She released the single with Skies. She released the single with Tyler ICU. But they haven't really gotten to that point of she hasn't really come back in the stand. But let's see what happens with the single with Tyler ICU. I mean, it just came out some weeks ago in the stand. Let's see what happens there. But Shasha, shout out to her, shout out to her. She's putting in the work in stand in as much as she's not where she was before, but she's putting in the work, and she has been a mentor to these young girls coming up in the piano game. I mean, they all listen to Akula Leki, they all listen to Tender Love, they listen to Love You Tonight. And shout out to her, man. She's just basically putting in the work, and she has been rewarded for this work with the recent plaques to her cabinet. So shout out to Shasha. I'd like to see what she has for us in 20 in 2025, man. If she is a new album, Omo, that album, I know it's gonna be on playback for me. I don't know about you guys. I like to know what you guys feel about Shasha album in 2025. How do you guys feel about that? Do you think it's going to be? Do you think the game needs it, or do you think the game doesn't need it? Or how you gonna feel about listening to it personally? Are you gonna love it, or just gonna be another album to you? So just let me know in the comment zone. Next on my list, I got Bootle on that artist that, you understand, she needs to come back to the limelight. She's been on like on some features this year. I've forgotten the last feature I heard her. A recent project I listened to. I cannot remember it now. Eh, but she has been on some features this year. You understand? But she has not just been as big as she not as she was in 2022. You understand? When she released Humble Way, you understand? When she in 2021 she released, when she was on Musa remix. Basically what she has done um over the years, she has not been as big as that. So I just hope that 2025 she becomes as big. She comes back to where she's supposed to be. You understand? But what I got about today is that she's on the cover, on the recent cover of Bona magazine with rapper Dikaula, a bit Dikola. Yeah, she's on the recent feature of Bona magazine. You understand? That goes to show that even as much as she's not in the limelight again, she's still, you understand, she's still in the game. She's still making waves in the game. You understand? Off of her success in past years. You understand? I mean, recently she's been on interviews, she's been on this, she's been on that. And I think her son just turned 7 the other day or thereabout. Yeah, I think 7, turned 7 the other day. So let's see what Bootle has for us in 2025. I hope she goes back to her rightful place as one of the queens of Amapiano. You know, like now, man, there are a lot of ladies coming up. There's there's Tauhatsi, there's Tracy, Bassi, there's uh there, there are a lot of ladies that Bootle was bigger than that are bigger than her now. You start, everybody has that time, but like, I mean, Bootle, like her voice just stood out. You understand? The power behind her voice, like you cannot really compare. Like you listen to her on Woza, like Woza won't have been Woza without Bootle. You understand? Listen to her on Nicolele, listening to her on Mama, listening to her on Singili, like um it wouldn't have just been those songs wouldn't have just been those songs without her. So let's hope we see Bootle in a normal realm in 2025. Shout out to Bootle. Next on my list, I got one of the gods of this game, one of these gods of this game that we all love, Gaba Canal, instant soulful, spiritual, private school. I'm a piano producer, Gaba Canal. He just really released the visuals for his for his song Ganiwami off off the Boy Yena album. Yeah, beautiful visual. Shout out to Mr. Maker. He was featured on this track. Candy Beat Scope produced this track. Shout out to them. So beautiful single, beautiful single. I've listened to the album, the Boy Yena album, like beautiful album. Like he has some songs with artwork sounds, some gospel songs with artwork sounds. He has songs with normal secular piano artists. Just beautiful private school, beautiful soulful project. He has some songs alone on that album where production on that album. Shout out to Gaba Canal. He's doing his thing. Gaba Canal is doing his thing. Like he's basically one of those that at the beginning stage of this game he was there. You understand? He was there to like really develop the game, like add more steps to this Amapiano game. Shout out to Gaba Canal. Boy You Now album, like nice, one of the best albums of 2020. So if I have to do a list, top 10, top 20, it's surely gonna be there. You understand that? But that list, I don't know that list, but like if I'm doing that kind of list, it's definitely gonna be there. Shout out to Gaba Canal, one of the kings of this game that we all love. Yeah. So what next? What next? What next? What next? Let's go into, yeah. So I stormed. I normally I listen to DJ Anu. Ish, man. Anunnaki, DJ Anunnaki. I listen to DJ Anunnaki. Like he has a lot of piano songs on DSPs. You understand? What he basically does is that he does a lot of like he puts big piano artists. He puts their names on songs. Puts their names on songs that they don't necessarily have vocals on. You understand? Just puts their names there to boost the popularity of the song. You understand? That's a very nice strategic move. We listen to the song, that be like, PC is not on this song now, Buster 929 is not on this song now, Ladydu is not on this song now, but why are their names there? You understand? But he just does that to boost his track. I think Ladydu talked about it recently. She wasn't happy with him. She and Rismaliza were on one of the songs he did, and she wasn't happy with that. But it's a strategic move, whether I like it or not. You understand? But then again, it's not so right, but strategic move. You understand? We have to just give him his flowers for that. And he also has a platform on IG where he talks about comb songs, talks about piano songs, talks about KWAITO songs, talks about different genres, Maskandi, all those different genres. You understand? Basically, what it does in the Amapiano side is that he talks about the samples, the songs that Amapiano artists sampled to get the recent songs. So like, almost there's been a lot of samples in the Amapiano game. Like most especially KWAITO samples. Amapiano artists, they are sampling KWAITO artists. Like I heard about this like let me say like a month ago or some time ago, when I was watching pianopulse. I heard about this and I basically like come to realize it by myself like some time ago. Like there's a lot of sampling in the game, you understand? Like if you really love piano, I listen to the original samples, and listen to what the piano artists have done on these samples, you'll be like, you might, for the some listeners might actually lose interest in the Amapiano, in the Amapiano songs when you listen to that. You understand? They might just be like, oh, this guy just lifted this whole verse, this whole hook, this whole chorus, just put it on the Amapiano beat, and it's not got sweet. Since I've heard the original, like it's not got sweet. And that's how a lot of people feel. So that's how I felt with some of these songs. But then again, there's sampling in all industries. You understand? Hip hop beats from the 90s were sampled in the 2000s. You understand? Talk about the likes of F. Gotti, man. What F. Gotti did with Biggie's songs, how he sampled Biggie's songs on Ashanti Records, or how he sampled um early I sample 90s songs on Jaru Records, you understand? So like it's sampling is all part of the game, you understand? All part of the industry. You get me? But things like at the end of the day, like end of the day, some people might say that there's no originality in my piano game again with all these samples, you understand? But I just feel like music is music, yeah, like those people that sample, they were inspired by something. You understand? Those that are sampling now, they are inspired by their work. So like there's a lot of inspiration in the game, and everybody should be allowed to like inspire each other and sample whatever they want. You understand me? So that's what I just want to talk about, the fact that I just saw a lot of like samples on Anunnaki's page on IG, and I just want to talk about that and like talk about the future, like the Amapiano game with these samples and how it is perceived presently with those samples. Me personally, I don't see those samples as anything, you understand? But like I don't see them as anything. And some of these samples serve like they even include the original artist, the artist that did the song. They even put the name of the artist on the song. And some of these samples they take the former song to another level. So you start like shout out to my fellow artists, so that much as they are being creative, creating their own lyrics, they are like bringing these lyrics to these new keys. I don't necessarily know these lyrics. They don't necessarily hear those songs in the standard like yeah, like giving them that old feel, you understand, in a new way, and basically just still growing the culture, growing the music, growing the lifestyle of everything Amapiano, of everything South African music, everything African music at the end of the day, you understand. Shout out to my piano artist sampling, and shout out to those that were sampled. Thank you for creating evergreen music that people have sampled presently. So let's get into some lists now. Some lists. So some platforms, my piano social media platforms, they have been releasing different lists. All talking about 2024, like listener habits in 2024 on Spotify. Spotify. This is Spotify and Apple Music. Yeah. Listener habits on those platforms in terms of piano. So first, I got top 10 piano albums on Apple Music. Yes, top 10 piano albums on Apple Music. Piano albums on Apple Music. This I said on Freshman Piano. They uploaded this list. So let me get into the list now. Um, so originally looking at this list, I thought that my piano wrapped, like my albums list, did not do justice to some of the amazing albums that came out in 2024. Albums like Satori by Josiah the Disciple, albums like Legend Deluxe by Lotion Deep, albums like Mass Music's album, Instant, some other dope albums that came out. I feel like it not do justice to those albums. But like I gave the basis of my list. Instant talking about Kabza the Small and Momo as album, basically album beasts when it comes to my piano albums. But like looking at this Apple Music list now, I have more confidence in my list. I had confidence in it before, and I have more confidence in my list. Let me do this top 10 of my piano albums on Apple Music list. So number 10, Ivy League. Ivy League, you know, stand for the private school piano court fans. Ivy League is one of the albums that you guys definitely streamed hard. I think it's 2021 Ivy League. Yeah, Momo. So Momo is on the list again. Like he's not even on the list with his album that I released in 2022, 2023, or the 2024 albums. He's on the list with 2021 album Ivy League. On Nasio, Jazz Cruise series, Sticks and Momo. On that Momo album on the list again. So that when I release an album list, like instant, people don't feel some type of way that Momo. But like when it comes to albums in the piano game, nobody really tops on Momo. You understand? Kabza might get that number one space. He might get that number two, he might get that number one space. You understand? When it comes to like dominating the charts, in terms of like numbers of songs on your charts, nobody can hit top of Momo. Momo Jazz Cruise Series number 9, Kelvin Momo and Sticks, Jazz Cruise Series Volume 1. Number 8 is Simo, Capture the Small and Umtunzi, you know that song. Number 7, Sewe Momo again, Kelvin Momo, Sewe, the album released in 2024. Amukelani, Kelvin Momo again. Number 6, Momo just gets, when it comes to album lists, Spotify, Apple, the top 10, na Momo just get am. 6, Amukelani. 5, Kohua. Omo. Number 4, Dust to Dust. That's a Sticks and Nacho. Sticks on that Momo's boy is becoming a streaming beast when it comes to albums now. That's Dust to Dust by Sticks and Nacho. You get, yeah, a collaborative album. Number 3, Piatto. You know when Piatto came out? Number 3, Piatto by scottsmaphuma. You know when Piatto came out, I told you guys that it was going to go between 1 and 3. It was going to get to that space between number 1 and number 3. It was going to get there. I told you guys, but I told you that it was not going to get to number 1 because of Momo, because of Nsako. It was basically released, I think, the same week with Nsako. Instead, it was not going to go to number 1 because of Momo's album. And this list is saying exactly what I said. Number 3, Piatto. Number 2, Hits Factory, Sam Deep, another nice album. And number 1, guess what? Nsako. I just knew, like, Momo releasing was going to like prevent Maphuma from reaching number 1, even though Maphuma is the MVP of the year, and Amapiano MVP of the year. But I know Momo releasing was just going to stop. It was going to stop Ihamba, Maphuma, Mani from getting to number 1. But either ways, this list is like so. I like this list so beautiful. You understand? Top 10 Amapiano albums on Apple Music. So I like this list so beautiful. Yeah, so beautiful. I also hope that there are less Momo albums on the list and more Amapiano albums from other artists. I mean, there were other beautiful albums instead that came out. But South Africans, especially like the private school Yano court, it's like they have to like make sure Momo is there. All his albums are there. You understand? Momo cannot just release one album and all his albums will not come back. All his albums have to come back. So this list now includes all of Momo's albums, all his albums he has ever released, except for the first album. That's Momo's Private School. All the albums he has ever released are still topping the charts in 2024. Are still on the charts in 2024. You understand? So it's a problem, man. Like when it comes to that top 5 Amapiano producers of all times, it's 2024. We might need to use Momo is definitely on that list. Kabza is on that list. Momo is on that list. The rest of people on that list, it depends. You understand? Depends on which other criteria you're looking at. But if you're talking about any criteria you want to put Kabza and Momo on that list since 2020, you understand? So that is that for that. Next, I got on my list the Janos updates. They released the songs with the biggest daily streams on South Africa Spotify. These are songs like talk about these are all songs. These are South Africa songs in general, not Amapiano, not only Amapiano. These are songs in general. You're talking about Maskandi. You're talking about Three Step. You're talking about House. You're talking about these are songs in general. I'm going to put the list for you on the screen. Let me get to the list right now. The Janos update, shout out to them. Just release this list. Let me get to the list right about now. Number 10, Shaimoto. Number 10, with 206,700 streams in a day. Shaimoto, where you know that song, Mellow and Sleazy, featuring scottsmaphuma, um, dope song. That's number 10. Number 9, Dubula, Dubula, Dubula. That's it's that's Hurricane. That's Hurricane and Emo. Yeah, about Master KJ and Emo. Yeah, basically combination of this Limpopo music and Amapiano music in Stan. That's at number 9. Um, so sorry, that's at yeah, that's at number 9. Yeah, number 8 is okay. Let me go into this list. Let me go into this list in terms of Amapiano songs. Understand? Let me try and restructure in terms of just Amapiano songs. So 8 Amapiano songs on this list out of the 10 songs that are here. So let me go into them based on Amapiano songs. So number 8, Shaimoto. Number 7, Dubula. Number 6, Mazitokoze. That's Emo and Stokey, Mazitokoze. That's 213,400 streams in a single day. Dubula, I didn't talk about Dubula, 208,200 streams in a single day. Um, number number 5, Wishiwishi Bambili. That's 221,600 streams in a single day. Number 5, Stakiways Bali, 263,000 streams, 263,600 streams in a single day. Then Kenilwe, that's Master KG and featuring Kosazana daughter and Dalom kids, 309,900 streams in a single day. Imi Tandazo, the best crossover song in Amapiano, best crossover song in Amapiano of all time. The song that dominated the charts and dominated the church. It's done. There's no other Amapiano song that has done it like this. 378,000 streams, 378,600 streams. Then the song of the many people will say the song of the year. It's done. The biggest song right now, Birimarung, 402,800 streams. Yeah, that's number 1 on the list. Yeah. So this list I really like this list. You understand? Even though yeah, I think expected some other songs to be here, sha. Yeah, based on just listening to my piano for a long time, I thought there's some other songs to be here. But these are the songs that have the biggest daily streams peaks of all time on SS Spotify, and I brought you the Amapiano ones. Yeah, this list is actually really, really, really nice. Like, shows the growth of Amapiano and shows that Amapiano has topped other genres in South Africa. This is a known fact, but some people will just they argue with me. Stand for Nigeria because they argue with me based on I get some South African knowledge, you understand, based on say I dey do research and everything. But people when they do the research, they'll feel like they argue with me, you understand. The top 3 songs on this list, Biri Marung, Imi Tandazo, and Kenilwe, they are all Amapiano songs. Even though Kenilwe has some Limpopo, has majority like most of it is Limpopo influence, you understand. Most of it is Limpopo music, but it's still Amapiano music, you understand. Amapiano songs dominated these charts, and the first 3 songs here are Amapiano songs. You understand? People are talking about Limpopo music coming in to overtake Amapiano, but I don't think it's possible. You understand? The thing is that Limpopo music needs Amapiano to come to life. Most not let me say most of the time, but a lot of the time. You understand? It might even be most of the time, self. You understand? The type me to Amapiano to come to life, but but Amapiano music does not need Limpopo music to come to life. It doesn't. You understand? And Limpopo music, you understand, it has been big since the likes of Jerusalem with Master KG. You understand? Amapiano music has also been big. It has been big before that, before that, and it was big during the time when Lipopo music was also started becoming big with Jerusalem, and it's up to now still bigger than Lipopo music. So and it has not even reached its heights. Lipopo music has basically reached its heights. You understand? The height of Lipopo music is the collaboration with Amapiano. I think that's the height of Lipopo music. But Amapiano music is yet to be fused with some other genres and other stuff. You understand? Like so, Lipopo music can never be bigger than Amapiano music. You understand? Um, but we cannot deny by seeing the TikTok, seeing all these videos, it is coming in a bigger way than it was. But more you leave that in whole music always play second fiddle to my piano music in South Africa and Africa. Word. So I'll give you some of the biggest daily streams on South Africa Spotify. Which other list again? There's another list again. So yeah, top 10 Amapiano artists with the most monthly listeners. This was uploaded by Yano Lyrics. Yano Lyrics, they also got a new podcast out now. Um, when informed platforms are releasing podcasts, it's always dope. It's always dope to see. Understand? It's always dope to see platforms with following are releasing podcasts. It's always dope to see. I was so happy seeing their podcast the other day. But that aside, let's get to the list of of um of Amapiano artists with the most monthly listeners on Spotify. So um scottsmaphuma is number 6 on this list. Mapuma is number 6 on this list. He's on the same level with Yoppy. Yoppy from Chwalabam. Him and Yoppy, they have 2.2 million most monthly listeners on Spotify. Number 4 is Mr. Pilato. Yoppy basically getting a lot of streams from Chwalabam. He could produce Chwalabam, getting a lot of streams from them from there. Mr. Pilato getting a lot of streams from Birimarung, then other songs like Kerata, Biala, then yeah, getting a lot of streams from Birimarung because on Birimarung is Mr. Pilato, Ego Slim Flow, Maphorisa featuring Mapuma featuring Cowboy featuring other. Yeah, Mr. Pilato getting a lot of love from Birimarung, so he's there at number 4 at with 2.5 million streams. Number 3, I got Tyler ICU and Tito M with 2.6 million streams. From Tyler ICU releasing a lot of singles this year. He released was on a Distortion EP, was on an EP with El Chapo, released his own album, released singles, was on co-produced produced people's singles like Talasi enjoying on that to M. Majority of his streams are from Tralabam, the Tralabam album, Tralabam remix, um, was on tracks like Bayazi, which were heavily streamed this year. So definitely cashing out with 2.6 million streams. Kabza is small. That's instant. When LeBron does, Kabza the small should also do. Sitting at 3.1 milli streams on Spotify. 3.1 monthly listeners on Spotify. Yep. Kabza is small. His Simo album did a madness this year. A recent single he dropped now. That gospel. I've not listened to the recent single, but is that also do some madness? Kabza Chance did some madness. Wishiwishi did madness normally. Also co-produced other people's songs. Some of his songs came back and did some madness in 2024. Yeah. Captured the small number 2. Number 1, Pori. Man, I didn't expect Puri to be a number one. Oh. That's the djmaphorisa. I met a big djmaphorisa fan yesterday. Um, she was like really going intense about Maphorisa and how like he taught these niggas how to do how to do this thing. Understand? She was really crazy about Maphorisa. Maphorisa is on a list with 3.5 million monthly listeners in the Amapiano world. The Maphorisa, the Bacardi First EP, different but different projects. Uh, his past projects said before it's a Mapiano life. Understand? Everything you did. Maphorisa has more projects than all these other producers and artists on this list. So you can really compare like these guys just are just just had a life from Amapiano. Maphorisa has had a life for like years before Amapiano. So you can really compare 3.5 million streams, number one on this list. Yeah. So that was a Yano lyrics list of top 10 Amapiano artists with the most monthly listeners on Spotify. Yeah. And I think it's a valid list. Like looking at it, like just being logical, being rational, like it's a nice list. Understand? People like Fiso might talk about this list and say they don't believe the list, yeah, because the man said that he does not like Spotify lists, but he prefers Apple lists. You understand? So then again, like, if you don't like this list, come to the comment zone and rant, vex. You understand? We will talk about this list there. You understand? Or you can basically tell me your view what you want to say on the podcast as regards this list, and I'll talk about it. Yeah, or if you are in Benin City, if you are in Nigeria, you can you can come to this studio to talk about the list together. We dissect the list. Now, man. Next, I got new releases in the Amapiano world. Let me get into some new releases. You know, new releases they make our Friday mornings. That 12 o'clock, you always for new releases by 12 o'clock. You understand? When you wake up by 8, the first thing you are going to on your phone even before you pray, you check new releases. New releases in the Amapiano world. On Friday, yeah, that's when new releases drop. Understand? These are the last set of new releases before the new year. Most people drop on Friday, you understand? So these are the last set of new releases before the new year, which starts on Tuesday or so. Yes, so let me get into new releases on the Amapiano world now. Yeah. So I got Tebza the DJ. Tebza the DJ, you know, released the Kwavalungu. Yeah, it was Kwavalungu here. And he released one other nice song again here. Yeah. Tebza the DJ, you know, he does Amapiano music. He does this Limpopo Amapiano fusion type of music. Understand? He used a new song called Vinyi Vamali. Vinyi Vamali, co-produced by DJ Nomza the King. DJ Nomza the King was also on Kwavalungu. Yes, yes. And Vinyi Vamali seems like Vinyi Vamali is it's a Christmas themed song because I um can see like snow and Christmas Christmas trees behind Tebza the DJ here. But I'm here to listen to it. I'm here to know what it is about. Then L Keys has released new a new EP titled Timeless Echoes. 6 songs featuring Fakewell, Fakewell, those two guys, that production crew. It has Ulazi on it too. It has Infinity Music, it has Kwanda Music, it has DJ Stopper. This project is loaded. That's Timeless Echoes by L Keys. Um Next, Kabza the Small. I talked about his new single before. Nasempini featuring Ayanda Ntazi, co-produced by Maphorisa and Starkev. Yeah, I'd like to get into that even after this podcast. Now, I'll get into it. Um, Avenue he released a track called Best in Me. But like I say this week, not to choke in terms of like my piano releases, you understand, or like previous weeks. So people are enjoying all the money that they made in 2024. They are enjoying it now. I'm basically just doing shows. So um, it at least not to choke like that. Yeah, not to choke like that. Yeah, not to choke like that. So, yeah, basically I'm just saying releases from previous weeks on my release radar list on Spotify. So that's it for new releases. Yeah. What else do I need to talk about before I round up this podcast? I don't think there's any other thing for me to talk about before I round up this podcast. Yeah, talked about everything ranging from um piano news to my piano list on Spotify and the rest platforms to piano samples from KWAITO songs and the how people perceive this sampling thing um and its consequence on the game. Yeah, talked about that. So that's it for Piano Pulpit Podcast episode 10. I'm happy to have reached episode 10 or more. Ish, that's a milestone and more. A milestone and more. I'll continue to give you guys episodes. Instant. Tune in every Tuesday to get your weekly episode of Piano Pulpit Podcast. Do not forget and put your friends on this podcast. Share this podcast, like this podcast, comment. I'm not happy seeing that a lot of people are watching this podcast, but you're not commenting, you're not liking. Please, 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 and please. Thank you for even viewing in the first place. But then again, you can also like and comment, even though you comment with one small thing like good, or you comment with one smile or emoji smiling, stand also a good thing. And also subscribe. A lot of people are watching this podcast but are not subscribing. Also subscribe underneath the way you subscribe, when subscription bell is put it on all notifications. You get a weekly dose of Piano Pulpit podcast. Thank you very much. It's a big bad once again. And Happy New Year to you. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.